to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session created for a client that wanted to improve their relationship with food. And they were generally eating pretty good, not much processed food, lots of very nutritious, healthy foods, and yet there was a feeling of not being fully in control. So what you're going to hear in this hypnosis session is using the principle of fasting as a way to build self-control and to change the relationship with food. Now, a lot of people think that they can't fast, except for the knowledge that they fast every single night. Unless you're constantly eating while you sleep, which nobody does, then you're fasting every single night. And that's why breakfast is called breakfast, because you're breaking the fast that you naturally get when you sleep. So given that you're fasting anyway, the logic of this hypnosis session is, what if you deliberately fast for a longer period of time, and in fasting, help your body to become healthier, help food to taste better, change the relationship that you have with food, and build feelings of discipline and self-control. That's really what this session is all about. And fasting doesn't have to be for days and days or weeks and weeks. I'm alluding to the idea of a 2 or 3 day fast in this hypnosis session, but even a day is starting to give benefits to your body and to give a sense of who's in charge. There are lots of people that have told me in hypnosis sessions that, that they can't help themselves. What they're really saying is that unconscious habits and impulses are ruling the roost when it comes to their food decisions. And a fast is basically a shift in the power dynamic that by doing something difficult means that your conscious mind is then in control of your impulsive habits. And it's a great way to get yourself back on track, particularly if you've had a period of time where you feel like you're a slave to your habits and you're a slave to your impulses. If you're listening to this and you struggle with weight, I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of clients in the area of weight loss. But from the psychological perspective, I'm quite knowledgeable on nutrition, quite knowledgeable on all the weight loss strategies. But what's been proven again and again, and you can check this on Google Scholar, is that when you look at a weight loss strategy and you add hypnosis to that weight loss strategy, it's more effective than just the weight loss strategy alone. So ketosis or paleo can be effective, but it's even more effective when aligned with hypnosis. Fasting can be, or intermittent fasting can be very effective, even more effective if complemented with the right kind of hypnosis. So if you're curious in learning more about that, or perhaps working with me direct, there will be a link in the show notes that you can schedule a free consultation call. But you might find that this hypnosis session that is designed to help a specific client learn how to fast in a way that gives them an empowered sense of self-control and discipline may also be useful for you, even though it was created for someone else. In which case, if you find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, just relax and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in, just imagine breathing in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow feelings of any worry, stress, or tension to leave your body in your outward breath. I want you to scan your body for any feelings of tension. The places where tension can exist could be the eyelids, the forehead, the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, sometimes the fingers, or even just the way that legs are positioned. So as you breathe in and breathe out, just make a decision. The right here and right now, that tension is not needed. As you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to imagine that. Imagine if your head was almost light and weightless like a helium balloon. And maybe you could imagine a bright red helium balloon being held on a string by a child. Just see that helium balloon float, maybe wave from side to side, and start to imagine what it would be like if the head on your neck was just light and free like that helium balloon. And notice that by thinking of your head in that way, a lot of that tension in your neck and your shoulders is no longer needed. Your head is almost feeling like it's just floating by itself. Release any tension in your jaw, around your eyelids. And as you breathe in and breathe out, just allow any excess tension to leave your body in your outward breath. I want you to imagine someone that you know yawning. They make that face, they make that noise. But there's something that triggers the mirror neurons when someone yawns. That as they yawn, creates the idea of yawning yourself. And most people don't know that even just thinking about yawning releases certain neurotransmitters to help you relax. So whether you yawn or just imagine yawning, just feel that you are relaxing and releasing that tension. That's it. Eyelids feeling heavier and heavier. And I want you to think of a time in your life when you felt completely relaxed. Maybe you're on holiday. Maybe it was a place away from work, away from family life. A time when you felt completely relaxed, and I want you to imagine you're back there in that moment. No tension, no stress, just complete relaxation. Breathe the way you breathed back then. With no stress, no tension. That's it. And I want you to imagine that you're drifting off into a deep sleep back there where you were. And that within your imagination, you're now dreaming like a dream within a dream. And I want you to dream about a time where you had an amazing relationship with food. You were deliberate about the food that you bought. You were mindful about how you prepared it, how you ate it. You were mindful about the quantity. Your senses were activated, so you noticed things you didn't normally notice. Textures, sounds, smells, the crunch of a carrot, the texture on the skin of an avocado. Sometimes you even slowed down how you were eating. So something as simple as a berry. Rather than being wolfed down, you could take 20 or 30 seconds just to really experience that berry. And if you were to evaluate pleasure per calorie, there's been times in your life where You've eaten a lot of calories and paid no attention to that food and therefore experienced no pleasure. And there's been times where a single grape, a single berry, a single slice of cucumber has been appreciated. And I want you to accept the suggestion that the pleasure and joy and gratification that comes from food is not proportionate to the amount you eat or even what you eat. It is proportionate to the level of attention you give to that food. And if your unconscious mind accepts that you can eat less and even enjoy more, just let me know by nodding your head. And I want you to be open-minded to a new relationship with food in your body. That every now and then, simply not eating enables you to reset the relationship that you have with you, to introduce new healthy habits, to remind yourself that less is more, and that you are the architect of your life. You're not the tenant of your life. You're the architect, the owner, and the navigator. And I want you to get a sense that every now and then you could make a choice. A choice to do something you do every night, but do it for longer. Because when you sleep, you are fasting. That's why breakfast is called that. You are breaking the fast that you naturally experience when you sleep. So you have thousands of days of experience in fasting. But what if you were to extend that fast beyond the period of sleep, to make something that lasts maybe 8 hours or 9 hours, perhaps last 12 hours, or even 24 hours, or maybe 2 days or 3 days. And simply, every now and then making that choice, you would be giving your body an opportunity to heal, to spring clean, to reset insulin levels. But also you would be recharging a battery of self-discipline and self-control. Because if you can control your relationship with food, even for just 2 or 3 days, you can control your life. So as you imagine you're back then at a time when you had a great relationship with food, I want you to open your mind to new ideas about what it would mean to have a period of time where you simply make a choice not to eat. And to do this in a way to make it an enjoyable, positive, empowering experience rather than a stressful experience. The emphasis always has to be on choice. If suddenly all the food in the world disappeared, you might freak out. But if you know the food is there and you're choosing not to eat it, then stress is low. When you can do something but choose not to, you are reminding yourself that it is a choice and you are exercising free will. As you embrace fasting, your body enters a state of deep cleansing and rejuvenation, promoting optimal health and vitality. You wouldn't dream of having a home that every now and then you don't deeply clean. But when was the last time you gave 2 or 3 days to your body to allow that state of deep cleansing and rejuvenation? With each moment of fasting, you strengthen your mind-body connection, cultivating a deeper understanding of your body's needs and nourishing it with self-care. Fasting is not a punishment. What if fasting is just a boot camp to heighten self-control? That each and every time you fast, you're training your brain to develop and get stronger in that power of self-control, empowering you to make conscious choices that support your overall well-being. Because as you engage in fasting, you tap into your inner reservoirs of willpower and discipline, and they are reservoirs, empowering yourself to achieve greater levels of self-control, not just with food, but in all areas of life. It's impossible to take control of one area of your life without it having a ripple effect into many areas of your life. Because you already know that fasting allows your digestive system to rest and repair, boosting your metabolic rate and enhancing your body's natural healing abilities. With each fasting experience, you gain a profound sense of accomplishment and inner strength, knowing that you are taking proactive steps towards optimal health. After about 24 hours, your body starts entering a stage known as autophagy, an opportunity for cellular regeneration, spring cleaning the dead cells, giving your body the ability to heal itself from the inside. Each moment of fasting allows your body to release stored toxins, creating space for renewed energy and vitality to flow through you. And maybe you can think of what the equivalent of fasting would be in a computer or technology. Every now and then it's useful to maybe ensure that malware and viruses are completely gone. And maybe it doesn't need to happen every hour of the day, but every now and then it's useful. But what if the main benefit is creating a heightened sense of mindfulness, helping you to develop a deeper appreciation for the nourishment and sustenance you provide for your body? And what if it wasn't just your digestive system and your cells? What if fasting provides a reset for your taste buds? There are many people that, after eating on autopilot for so long, forget to even notice flavors in foods. But the reset enables you to appreciate delicious food and knowing why it's delicious. I want you to imagine that certain foods are like turning up the brightness on your TV screen. And fasting is like turning that brightness all the way down so you can detect the details that were just drowned out before. Each time you fast, it's going to help you break free from unhealthy eating patterns, but also the emotional attachments to food that you don't even realize you have, fostering a healthier relationship with nourishment. Many people have heard of insulin, but don't know how it is a gateway to turn excess calories into stored energy. But whenever you fast, you're training your body to realize that it has stored energy in the body fat cells. That state of ketosis is simply storing body fat in reverse. Your body likes to regulate its blood sugar levels. Those people that never regulate their blood sugar levels over many years become insulin resistant, could lead to type 2 diabetes. And yet every now and then, by fasting, your body gets used to a lack of glycogen, enhancing your body's ability to detect sugar and carbohydrates in your blood. Fasting is a boot camp for your body. With each fasting journey, you tap into your body's fat-burning mechanisms, promoting weight loss and a leaner, more energetic physique. And after about 2 days, fasting will stimulate the release of human growth hormone, enabling your body to repair itself like never before, supporting tissue repair, muscle growth. And consider 2 to 3 days of fasting as the most powerful anti-aging system currently known. If people could buy the benefits of 3 days of fasting in a cream and call it an anti-aging cream, it would be the best-selling cream that exists. And most people are hoping to have the level of self-control and self-discipline necessary to get those anti-aging benefits, without realizing that the opposite is true. You don't wait for self-control and discipline before fasting. You get the discipline and self-control from the fasting. And if your brain and subconscious mind likes the idea of being healthier, more disciplined, more self-control, regenerating cells and repairing your body, becoming healthier than ever before, while simultaneously increasing your appreciation for quality food and letting your mind know that you are in control of your life. You are the driver, not the passenger. Let me know by nodding your head. I want you to set an intention of when you will do your next fast, to make that agreement with yourself. You need a start time and an end time. And I would recommend that a start time is after lunch on one particular day. You've had food, and although you might start to get hungry in the evening time, you can miss one meal. But by missing one meal before you sleep, by the time you awake, your body is already releasing ketones so that your craving for food is already lower. By the time lunchtime comes around, already 24 hours of fasting have already passed and your body is starting to spring clean itself. And by knowing that your body is repairing itself from the inside means that you can miss 1 or 2 more meals. And when you sleep that second night, you will go to sleep hungry but wake up without hunger. Because all through your night, your body has discovered all that secret energy you were already holding in your body. And once it's found that hibernation, fuel, it doesn't need fuel from food. By the time 48 hours have passed, you've already passed the halfway point, and therefore it's just missing 2 or 3 more meals. And you can start thinking of that delicious, healthy meal you will have to break your fast, maybe on that third day. By knowing when the fast ends, and by knowing what you will eat when it finishes, there is no scarcity. You just increase your desire to eat healthy foods to break your fast, but not heavy foods, not a big meal. Just a healthy portion of high water content foods, maybe a salad or fruits that digest easily but filled with powerful nutrients to continue your rejuvenation journey. And when you've completed your first fast, you have evidence that you can do it again. And whenever you feel like you want to be healthier, have more discipline, more self-control, or want to prevent yourself getting sick, a tactical fast just lets your body know who's in charge. I want you to feel like you're returning to that place where you felt relaxed. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. And feel like you're returning to the present. All parts returning to the present, particularly the resourceful parts that desires a new relationship with food, a new relationship with your body, a new relationship with your emotions. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, get a sense that you're fully back in the present in your body at this point in time. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling resourceful, motivated, inspired, eager to move your life in exactly the direction that you want to take it. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.